Oh, hello. You've caught me at a time. And that time is, of course, bunny time. Today, I'm coming to you with a collection of 12 bunnies. Some of them I found online, and other ones were actually submitted on the Discord, which if you want to be a part of any future videos like this or anything else that I do, you can join the Discord down below. It's kind of quiet, but who knows? Maybe you'll be the one to make it all lively again. But anyways, yes, we've got 12 bunnies, as well as a special mention, and at the end of the video, I will be selecting the official, unambiguous bunny of the day. So, the first bunny that we've got today is this one. Their name is Coconut. Coconut was submitted by Marky on the Discord. Marky is actually one of the admins. We've been friends for a very, very long time, and they work at a pet store, pet shelter thing. And I can't tell you which one or where it is for the sake of their privacy, but this is Coconut. In this photo, Coconut does have Coconut is pretty sick in this photo. They have something called snuffles, which is a lifelong respiratory illness. It's basically like severe allergies, but for bunnies. This is super oversimplifying, but it gives them like sneezing fits and all of that. And in this photo, Coconut actually has a secondary infection, because of snuffles, and they weren't doing too well. But fortunately, thankfully, Coconut is feeling a lot better now. They still have snuffles; they'll have it for the rest of their life, but they're okay. They're doing fine. They're very, 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 very good bunny, and we love them with all of our heart. And of course, because we love them with all of our heart, oh my gosh, Coconut is getting an S tier, of course. Just look at that bunny. That's such a bunny. All right, the next bunny we have today is this little dude. Their name is Jacques. Jacques is a bunny that is actually available for adoption if you live in Los Angeles or anywhere near North Hollywood. Jacques is a bunny available for adoption from a non-profit bunny sanctuary called Bunny Love, which, if you saw my video from International Rabbit Day last year, I did a whole charity thing for Bunny Love. Completely unauthorized charity thing, but I did it anyways because, gosh darn it, if it wasn't obvious, I really like bunnies. And I was scrolling through their adoptable bunnies, as one does, even though I am not at a place in my life to be able to adopt a bunny, but maybe someday. And I saw Jacques, and I was just like, oh my goodness gracious, this is probably one of the most bunnies I have ever seen. They've look at little ears. Look at the little ears. Freaking adorable. So, of course, Jacques, being the most bunny, is of course an S tier bunny. Boom. Jacques, you get to hang out with Coconut now. Although, if Jacques was actually with Coconut, they'd probably want to be separated a bit, because unfortunately Snuffles is a contagious disease. It is something that both bunnies and guinea pigs can contract. But anyways, both first two bunnies, S tier bunnies. So we're looking pretty good here so far on this list. And another very, very strong contender for most bunny of all time is our next bunny, which is Ellie. Ellie is, oh my goodness gracious, why are they behind the other ones? Hang on, I'm gonna put Ellie at the top. Ellie is, just look at those ears. Just look at those ears. Look at the little face. Look at her little face, and then the star background behind her is just perfect for her, because you know what? She's just got a little twinkle. She's got a little twinkle to her. Ellie is also adoptable. So if you live anywhere near Montclair, California, Ellie is, as of this video coming out, currently adoptable from another bunny sanctuary called Bunny Bunch in Montclair, California. So if you see this cute little face and you're like, oh my goodness, Ellie is amazing and phenomenal and fantastic, you absolutely can 100% adopt Ellie. I will say, if you are going to adopt a bunny, if you're watching this video with the intention of like, I want to see bunnies to adopt, then I would recommend taking classes and everything, because bunny care is a lot different than like taking care of basically any other animal or any other pet. It is a lot more hands-on and not for everyone. Not for everyone. You need to basically bunny-proof your house. You need to make sure that like they have enough of everything. They've got a lot more like medical needs than dogs and cats. It's a whole thing. Bunnies are a lot to take care of. So if you are willing to do that, or if you're willing to take classes or anything like that, both Jacques from Bunny Love and Ellie from Bunny Bunch are absolutely 100% positively available for adoption. Oh, and that's, for this, it's Bunny Love as in LUV in North Hollywood. But this one is just is Bunny Bunch, as said. Ellie, of course, because of those little ears, little swoop in the ears, Ellie is obviously an S tier bunny. There's no other way to go about it. Ellie, 100% S tier bunny. The next bunny for today is this bunny. This was submitted also on Discord by Lily, one of my longest term subscribers. Lily has been around since or for I don't know, years, like 2 years at least, 2 maybe 3 years. She sent this bunny. It's actually it's a GIF where the bunny like does a whole loaf thing. And it's very, very adorable, and I like it a lot. I couldn't put a GIF. I'm using Photoshop. If it wasn't clear, it's probably clear to anybody who's familiar with Photoshop or Adobe or whatever. But I couldn't add a GIF to this. Uh-oh. Oops. There we go. I couldn't add a GIF, so I took a screenshot, and we're just gonna have to contend with that. But this, look at this. Do you see this? No pobs sticking out. Perfectly rounded, little floppy ears down to the side. This is the ideal loaf. This, honestly, there's so many other reasons, but for the loaf alone, we gotta put it in S tier. We gotta put this bunny in the S tier. If anybody knows this bunny's name, please tell me, because I don't know this bunny's name. And I would very much like to know this bunny. Our next bunny is another GIF. This one is actually my very favorite bunny GIF of all time. I use this quite frequently. You can ask anybody in the Discord or anybody who knows me. I use this bunny GIF all the time. It's like a little dancing bunny, and you can just tell that the bunny in the video is just having a blast and living their best life. It brings me so much joy, and because of the little joyful bunny, and because it brings me so much joy, of course this bunny's gonna go into S tier. Our next bunny is a little bit different. We're sort of moving away from real bunnies. Oh, also, if you know the name of this bunny, please tell me as well, because I want to know the name of the bunny. But we're moving away from real photos of bunnies, and we're moving into more metaphorical bunnies in the terms of illustrations of bunnies. This is, of course, a drawing of Peter Rabbit by Beatrix Potter, who is super famous for her like children's books and her drawings of animals and all of that. Phenomenal artist. Basically everybody's heard of Peter Rabbit. Honestly, I would not be surprised if when you think of Rabbit in like Rabbit cartoon or whoever, I would not be surprised if a large number of you guys thought of Peter Rabbit first. Peter Rabbit is like the traditional depiction of a bunny, super mischievous, super sassy. And because of that mischievousness and the sassiness, look, you can even see like he's sneaking under the fence towards the farmer's crops. He's gonna go munch on some carrots and things and other veggies. And because of the mischievous nature and honestly just how much of a cultural impact Peter Rabbit has had, obviously Peter Rabbit's going into S tier. Of course going into S tier. Phenomenal. And with that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bunnies. We are halfway through the video. So I think that it's about time for our very special mention. Which is this one. This is also submitted onto the Discord. This was submitted by Dreg. It's like a meme that was made from a screenshot from a book called Bunny Dreams by Peter McCarty. Which after Dreg sent this and like we figured out what book it was from, I did actually go and read the book. It's a very silly book. It is a very silly children's book if anybody is interested in very silly children's books. The reason why this is a special mention, well, first off, there are tunnels underground where bunnies are safe from emails, and of course, as we all know, bunnies are terrified of emails. Including and especially me. I spend honestly, genuinely, I was working for 6 hours or like 7 hours yesterday, from before I got to work to after I left work, and all of my free time that I had, or like downtime I had during work, I was trying to respond to a work email. That's what I did. Obviously, I had other tasks to do at work, but that was what I was thinking about during everything else. I was just trying to like figure out this email, and because of that, I really wanted to include this. Although because it's so many bunnies, and I don't want to like take away from any of the individual bunnies. Like, look at this guy. This guy's got their own little thing going on, but also this guy. Look at him. He just really likes the fluffy tail. And then of course this guy. Oh, this guy back here with like his eyes are so far apart. I just couldn't choose between them. So we're going to go ahead and put this special mention. It's going to sort of be outside of the tier list that we have set up right now. But if I could include it, if it was just one bunny, or if I like all of these individual bunnies, they're all S tier. Of course they're S tier. They're just, I mean, you saw them. You understand. And our next actual singular bunny is this one, which was drawn by Rain in the Discord. Rain is one of the mini mods on the High Bun Discord. A mini mod, basically, I just like silly words, and so if I say mini mod, think like just moderator. So I've got like admins and moderators, and then mini mods are just, you get it. But Rain is honestly probably genuinely one of my favorite artists of all time. And especially just like being able to, they're also one of the first one of the first subscribers I've ever had. They've been around since I was at 75 subscribers. And if memory serves, I think it was actually Rain's idea in the first place to make a Discord. And through all that time, I've gotten to sort of see and watch their artistic journey, and oh my god, is it freaking amazing and phenomenal. If I remember to, I'll put like overlay of the things that they drew. They drew like the biggest part of my old YouTube banner too. They're just a phenomenal artist. It's been really, really cool and really, really awesome to see their growth through all of this time. Rain, if you're watching this, you are heckin' rad and super cool and totally amazing. And I am so glad and so excited that I get to know you. And because of all that history, and honestly, because this is just such a good bunny, it's going into S tier. It's going into S tier. And I'm actually running out of room in S tier, so I think I gotta sort of move some of the bunnies around. Hang on, we're gonna do this a little bit. I might have to shrink Peter Rabbit just a bit. There we go. So that we can fit Rain into S tier right here. Boom. Right alongside Beatrix Potter, which I think is quite fitting. And just like Peter Rabbit, I imagine that the next rabbit on our list, when you ask someone to think like bunny or rabbit in media, just like Peter Rabbit, a lot of people are going to think of Peter Rabbit. I think, honestly, maybe even more people, and especially furries, are going to think of this one, Judy Hopps, which Judy Hopps is basically the animated rabbit nowadays. It used to be like it was Peter Rabbit, it was Bugs Bunny, but I think honestly Judy Hopps is probably the one that most people think of. I take back my Beatrix Potter thing. I think a lot of people think of Peter Rabbit when they imagine like a cartoon or a illustrated rabbit, but Judy Hopps is like the immediate cultural significance and like jump up in popularity of Judy Hopps as soon as Zootopia released was quite insane, to say the least. Like, as soon as the movie released, I didn't even know about Zootopia as a movie before I saw Judy Hopps. I was seeing like memes and things of Judy Hopps and all that before I saw the trailer for Zootopia. And in the movie, Judy Hopps is this like very, very persistent, very, very smart, but also stupid and extremely sassy character, which is honestly, I think, exactly a depiction of a bunny. It is a perfect bunny depiction, and because of how perfect of a bunny, Judy Hopps is going to go into S tier right here. Boom. Perfection. All right, and our next bunny, I mentioned him earlier while I was talking about Judy Hopps. Our next bunny is, of course, none other than Bugs himself. Bugs Bunny, for the longest time, was the cartoon rabbit. Peter Rabbit paved the path. Judy Hopps continued it, but Bugs Bunny was the rabbit in media for the longest time. So much, in fact, that you're actually about to learn a little fun fact. But he was so popular and so prolific that it is Bugs Bunny's fault that carrots are associated with rabbits. You can look that up. The whole like munching on a carrot. And what's up, Doc? That is a reference to a specific comedian who the name is escaping me right now, but that's a reference to a specific comedian that he did that. But because he did it so much and his popularity outgrew the comedian that he was referencing, that now carrots and bunnies go hand in hand like fish sticks and custard, you know? It is just the association of carrots and bunnies is insane now, and it is all Bugs Bunny's fault. And because of his influence over the wider culture and perception of bunnies in general, as well as his little trickster antics, which, you know, bunnies are pretty well known for. Of course, Bugs is... I mean, this is no surprise, but Bugs gonna go into S tier. Of course. Of course, of course. Of course, of course, of course. Alright, and now our next bunny. This is the 10th bunny, unless you count all of these guys, which that's too many for me to count. Our next bunny was also submitted by a member of the Discord. This was submitted by Mia. Mia is another one of the mods. And they have also been around for such a long time. They are probably one of the most supportive people I have ever met. If you are friends with Mia, they will become your ride or die. It is awesome. And Mia will talk your head off about basically anything that you come to them about. They are fantastic. I love them so much. Mia, you're great. Please never change. But anyways, for their submission, here's Bonnie from the popular, very, very popular horror franchise, Five Nights at Freddy's. Many people know this franchise as, well, I mean, I don't think there's a single person that doesn't know what Five Nights at Freddy's is, and if there is, just because I said the words Five Nights at Freddy's in this video, just look to the recommended feed after watching this video. You're going to see some Five Nights at Freddy's content, almost guaranteed. That's how prolific of a game this is. It's also the game that like made Markiplier blow up to the point where he is now. It's like, you know, Five Nights at Freddy's paved the way and changed so much about the horror game landscape, as well as the bunny landscape. You know, now people can see bunnies for you know, not just as these little cute little critters, but also as the vicious murderers that they absolutely have the potential to be. Like, if you've ever been stared at by a bunny, like a bunny who's mad at you, that bunny is plotting your demise, you know? They're much like cats in that way, and we're gonna get back to that later. But because of that, Bonnie, absolutely 100% going into S tier. And we are once again running out of room in S tier. Hang on. Oh my goodness gracious. Who could have seen this coming? I don't want to cut off Jacques. Bunny there. Bunny there. Move down Ellie. Peter Rabbit, you can go here. Rainbun. Judy Hops. Boom. And then boom right there. Okay. Our next bunny, or should I say bunnies, much like these guys up here, this is a photo of multiple bunnies, but you're gonna see why I'm including it in the singular category, because of course, 2 ducks equals 1 bunny. Of course, these are ducks. I'm not gonna say that they're not ducks, but just look at them. They're so very bunny. They're so round. They've got kind eyes. They've got little feet. Truly, ducks are the bunnies of the avian world. And this is also submitted by Mia. This is actually their sweater right there, which I'm very jealous of because I really want a tie-dye sweater that like is a loose fit on me, but I don't have that because I'm very tall. But anyways, we've got these 2 ducks. I do not know their names. I forgot to ask Mia what their names were before recording this video. Mia, if you see this video, please leave in the comments below what the ducks' names are, if you would be so kind. But absolutely, these honorary bunnies 110,000% are gonna go right up here into S tier. These are the most bunny ducks that I have ever seen. Just their whole vibe. They're a little small, they sit in your lap, and they're just so bunny. I have nay seen a duck so bunny in my life. These two ducks are especially bunny, and I think that they both deserve so much to go into S tier. Our next submission is also actually from Mia, also submitted by Mia. Mia submitted a lot. Mia submitted three out of the 12 bunnies. So 1/4 of all of the bunnies in this tier list is submitted by Mia. And of course, the last one on the 12th, before we get to the official announcement of Bunny of the Day, is this little bunny right here. This bunny is actually a cat. And for those that don't know, cats and bunnies actually get along really, really well, or well enough. You should still sort of like watch them and be careful and cautious about like introducing them. But they've got this thing where they both think that they're in charge. Like, okay, so in their like packs, they're both social creatures, they're both social animals, and in their hierarchies, cats, like the most dominant cat or the cat that's in charge, grooms the cats beneath, like the cats that are like under them, like their underlings or whatever. The dominant cat is the one that grooms, but for bunnies, the dominant bunny is the one who gets groomed. So cats, like when they're introduced to bunnies and if they get along and all of that, they will groom the bunny, and then the bunny will think like, oh yes, I am in charge, I am calm and all of this because this cat is telling me that like, hey, you're the boss, I bow to you. And then the cat's thinking like, yes, this bunny is so receptive to being groomed that it must immediately see that, of course, I am the master of this household. And it's just really fun to see. They're both thinking like, yes, I am the best one. I am the dominant one here. And it's just really funny to see. And of course, if you just look at this little head, this little kitty is of course so bunny, and being so bunny also 100% going to go into S tier. We have now completely overtaken S tier, which honestly we should. It's the only way that this was ever gonna go. Honestly, all bunnies are S tier bunnies, and this time for the bunny of the day, all bunnies are S tier bunnies, only one bunny, unfortunately, can be the bunny of the day, and that bunny of the day, you've already seen them, is of course Coconut, because we love Coconut with all of our hearts. And also I am so happy that they are doing well. I genuinely got emotional. I felt so bad for Coconut. And then when Marky was like, they're doing better now, and I'm like, yay! I freaking love Coconut with all of my heart, and I hope that all of you do too. Coconut actually gets double S tier status. But yes, that's all the bunnies for today. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Congratulations to Coconut for being the official unambiguous bunny of the day. Again, if you live near Montclair or North Hollywood, both Ellie and Jacques are available to adopt if you're willing to put in the work to learn how to care for a bunny. And with that said, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.